A wealthy man and his young daughter visited a fancy toy store. As they exited the store, a little boy approached them. He cried, "Please help me, sir. I have no toys to play with." The rich man looked at the poor boy and felt a pang of sorrow. His clothes were dirty and torn. "How old are you, young man?" he asked. "I'm 6, sir," he replied. The man said, "Well, my daughter is 6 too, and I think the toys we bought would make you happy." The man turned to his cheerful daughter. "Don't you think it would be kind to give some of your new toys to this boy? We can always come back tomorrow." The girl whispered, "Yes, Daddy." The father then handed a few toys to the poor boy from their bag. His face lit up with joy. The father then inquired, "Where do you live?" The poor boy replied, "I stay at the shelter on Elm Street." He expressed deep gratitude and watched the father and his daughter as they walked to their car and drove away. Several months later, the wealthy man drove to Elm Street looking for the poor boy at the shelter. When he found him, he took him to the car and brought out boxes of toys, clothes, and books. He said, "These were my daughter's belongings, but I'm giving them all to you now." The poor boy was overwhelmed and couldn't stop crying. He asked, "But what about your daughter? Wouldn't she need these?" The man replied, "No, because she is in heaven now. My sweet little girl passed away a few weeks ago from a sudden illness. She had been sick for months and we knew she wouldn't survive. It was heartbreaking to see her go. Do you know that on her deathbed, my daughter said to me, 'Daddy, when I'm gone, please give all my things to the poor boy we met outside the toy store.'" The father paused for a moment, tears welling up in his eyes. He concluded, "You may be poor, but you have no idea how precious life is, something that money cannot buy. I would have given anything for my daughter to live, but it wasn't possible. You might have envied my daughter's life, but you didn't know about her struggles and pain. That's life. We often compare ourselves to others, forgetting that everyone has their own battles. Instead of envying others, we should focus on our own lives and creating our own happiness. For as long as there is life, there is hope."